Hey guys, it's Lala Lottie. It's been a while. And when I say a while, I mean a while. I haven't uploaded since last year, since before Christmas, and it's fair to say I have not been reading too much manga and watching too much anime recently because I've actually been really invested in reading normal books. I know, to a typical weeb, books without pictures. Scary. But I've actually started to slowly invest myself in that, and I haven't read manga for like a full 3 months maybe. But I finally decided to pick up a new series today. Literally today. This is how fresh this manga I'm going to discuss with you is. Considering the fact that I've been on a really large manga hiatus and I haven't read anything in 3 months, I wanted to go into something that was, kind of really short and kind of detailed, but at the same time I didn't want to go for something that wouldn't be interesting and would be too fast paced. I wanted to pick a story that kind of had a bit of action to it and would be really interesting. That's when I found this manga. And before I give you the title, I'm just going to describe what this manga is about. And for some of you Berserk fans or Vinland Saga fans, you will absolutely love this. This manga is essentially set in Rome, and we have this massive Colosseum where slaves, orphans, monsters are just put up against each other to fight. And they are treated like kind of show people. They're not treated like human beings, they're just there for entertainment for the rich. And basically, we get put in this situation where our main hero has to fight his teacher, who is a dragon, or as they are labeled in this manga, a wyvern. So basically, we have this kind of Roman Empire set Colosseum fight style manga, which is really interesting. If you lose in these fights, it basically results in death, and you gotta fight for your survival and you gotta fight for your freedom. But is freedom really the answer? So the manga I am describing to you is called Mysterious. Now this is a 7-volume manga which I'm pretty sure is completed. I'm not so sure, I'm still on volume 4, so I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But this is a manga that is 7 volumes long and is a pretty fast read. Like I said, I started today and I'll probably finish tonight as well. It's only 7 volumes out so far, so maybe give it a check. But essentially we follow our main character, who is an orphan who has been left at this Colosseum to fight his way out and to win in these fights that the Roman Empire are putting them under. And we see him being mentored by a dragon, or a wyvern as they are labeled in this manga. I'm sorry if the pronunciation is wrong. I'm not too sure with the pronunciation, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to be calling them wyverns in this video. Obviously, being trained by this wyvern, he has a very, very strong connection and they're practically family. But as the tournament happens, we see them get put up against each other. I don't want to say too much about it because it's very easy to spoil, but this manga has been one of the coolest ones I've read. As someone who used to enjoy all the Roman kind of movies and Roman Empire style shows, it was really interesting to see this in a manga because surprisingly, although we see all this historical kind of fiction in manga, this is the first time I've seen a Roman Empire set in a manga. And I'm just gonna put some of the art by here because it is mad good. It is crazy good. You know me, guys, and I love good art in a manga. Plot is always good, but if it got good art, it's just that little final polish. With this manga, there's no kind of thing missing. You have your drama, you have your plot, you have your action, you have your badass monsters, you have your badass gladiators. It's pretty cool. I think as well, if you're slowly wanting to get into like the fantasy genre of manga, and like you really don't want to go into like stories like Berserk very early on because they're kind of hard to follow, but this manga from start to like where I am now, it's been a very easy follow. It's been a very easy read. I haven't had to like overthink too much, and when you read it, it's very like fast paced, but it's at a pace which is good. Although at times I do feel like could have had a bit more information here and there, like, you know. But overall, this is really good pacing for me, and I really enjoyed it because, especially being someone who's in a slump, I would recommend this to someone to get out of it. Now, I'm not going to go out and say this is a completely unique story, it's never been done before, because honestly at times I was like, I know what's gonna happen, this is kind of a cliche, but it was so well done. It was so well done, and I'm not sure what the author's name is, but I would definitely be checking out their work in the future, especially with the art of this, because I can't emphasize enough to you about the art. I really like to see this manga actually redone, kind of, because it did feel kind of rushed. Maybe in an anime format would be kind of cool, and to see like the characters a bit more developed and stuff, but honestly, manga's pretty epic, especially for like a quick read if you're just looking for something to quickly get through. I highly recommend it. I am just praying right now because I have not finished it that I am recommending this to you guys and the ending is not mid. But yeah, Mysterious. This is a manga that is perfect for your fantasy enjoyers, and I highly recommend this manga. Like I say, it's just got me out of my slump. I know I want to read more manga after this, which is pretty epic because, like I say, not reading manga for 3 months has been kind of weird. But I'm so glad I decided to pick this series up. I wouldn't rate it very highly. I'd probably give it around a 7 or an 8, depending on how it ends. But this series, I feel like a lot of you guys would enjoy, and I feel like needs to be more out there. I've very rarely seen anyone talk about this series, and I think especially being like a kind of Roman Empire setting, if a lot more people read this, it would be very cool. And as far as I'm concerned, because I had to read this online, I did try to find physical copies, but the only ones I could find were in French, German, and in Japanese. So I'm pretty sure this has not been released in English. And if this could get released in English, because I've seen some of the cover work, I was tempted to buy the French versions just for the covers. They're freaking stunning. Like, I cannot emphasize this enough. I really want this to be a part of my physical collection because this is a very good manga. So anyways, guys, like I say, I really hope you go out and check this manga. You can read it online. You won't be able to get it physical unless you are French, German, or Japanese. I'm not sure if it's released in any other language, but as far as I'm concerned, it's not out in English unless you read the scans online. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. And hey, if you have any manga recommendations that kind of have this aesthetic as well, leave them in the comments because, like I say, I'm slowly coming out of this manga slump and I need more stuff to read. And if I can talk about more stuff that you guys recommend, I'd love it. So make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment of any manga you have to recommend. I'll see you guys in the next video. Farewell, friendy eye.